Anything showing now, guys? If it isn't showing, I can, of course, start over. It's only been about 3 minutes, and obviously it's really not very great if you... Okay, good, we are good then. Alright, so I guess it must have taken a moment for OBS to fully, Alright, so... No, I don't want another rectangle. So as I was saying, I made these guide rectangles. And I'm sure that it was a very riveting experience that you all missed. I'm very sorry about that. Um, but as for actually maybe interesting things, I have in the window here, I have my references. So we have the title thing for Alien Isolation. Ooh, those are some neat marks on the helmet there. Oh. And we have the protagonist herself. I believe this is what she's wearing for most of the game, and that's my old error help. Let's close that. Normally, when I draw the frame, I incorporate the stuff that you see in the title card. Go away. Go away, both of you. I don't need notifications right now. Normally, what I do is I incorporate that stuff, and basically from there I, of course, draw the little mascot in the protagonist wear. So first we need a base frame, and... Oops, there we go. I'm thinking for this one, it'll just be a black one. It'll be a fairly simple frame overall. We are going to be doing a lot of window shuffling, I think. But this is a fairly easy thing to do again, because we can just take this. Like I said, we want a black, and it's going to be on the green end of black, so that should be a decent shade. Poink. Ah, everything's gone. Now, of course, we have to get rid of all the boxes so that we can actually see everything. We'll make that a little faded. That a little fade as well, just to double check to make sure that we are actually cutting out the right spaces. So just select box, delete that, and we're gonna do that, and then take out a little bar in the middle. Oh, maybe a little more over here. There we go. Delete those. So now we have our spaces, and we can get rid of that. So it's a lovely shade of black now. We need a title. We're going to be adding probably a few effects as well, but that'll come later. That'll come after we have the mascot in there, actually. But we need a title, we need a mascot, we need a plan, is what we really need. Which means it's time to sketch. So, lucky for us, we have a fairly basic font here. I'm pretty sure that's just Arial Black, actually. On that note, though, if things are seeming a little quiet to you guys, do let me know. I'm going to quickly make this window not so big, so that... No, don't do that, don't do that. I'm just going to do this, so that basically we can still see the OBS window at the bottom. And I can better switch over to the chat, that sort of thing. So I can switch around a lot easier now. But we need to sketch in our mascot now. So she's normally around here. Obviously for that we do not want a 20 size brush, we want something a lot smaller. And I can probably stick with the opacity settings there. So we're gonna make the ground level about there. Sketch around here. And the title normally goes up here, so we'll figure out how that sits first. Alien Isolation sits like that, so we have something similar. So we will have, since it's a simple font that we don't really have to muck around with, like with Ethan Carter, we can just go can have that. Oop. Move that a little more center. So that'll be where that goes. Those letters will have to be spaced out more like that there, of course. And then we have, of course, so top needs to be a little smaller. Can then move that over around here. And this is where I got to figure out where the timestamp goes. Sometimes I'll put it down here. Sometimes I'll put it a little closer to the title itself. And in this case, now that we're actually doing multiple streams, I'm almost wondering if I should do something like this, where I move the title over here. And regular stream. Time goes here, of course. And art stream. Because this frame basically doubles as something to let not only the viewers on Twitch know when the streams are going on, but also, of course, people who watch this through YouTube who don't really get the benefit of having that offline card, which I have to update now. Ooh. That's a weird M. What'd I do there? Whatever. Whatever! So I think the best way to do that right now is basically just to get some font in. So we'll just fade that out. And get our font going. Now, as I said, it looks to be Arial Black. So we have Arial there. There we go. Could also just be Arial bolded, we will find out. Let's see, that is, oh, just a little too small. It's tiny. It's just a wee little font. That's a little bigger, and that's, We'll do the test by typing out the, full Usagisquared, so. Yeah, that's a little too thick already, I can tell. So we'll try just bold. That's better. That's better. Okay. So as you can already see, I have a feeling our title is going to be a little off. Handwriting does this. We're going to see how much space ends up needed in the end regardless, so whoops. So there's a lot of space between those letters, of course, like at least 3 spaces. That's not going to work that well. So it looks like we might actually have to shove this one underneath Alien Isolation, which could work out better. It means that the title itself gets more attention. I need to stop alt-tabbing. That said, the stream's called Usagisquared Draws, but I haven't really done that much drawing right now. I swear, we'll get to it. We have time, I swear. Font is important. the thing that everyone reads. It's gotta be able to convey a message and still look really pretty. Okay, so the title is definitely taking the full row this time. So we'll move that way down here. And then we'll put our alien isolation up here. So this one needs to be a little bigger. So let's go 30 should definitely be good enough. That's not fitting. That's not fitting at all. Oh boy. Yeah. Looks like the top actually might indeed be Arial Black too. Yeah, that one's actually Arial Black. So we'll have that one like that. Make this one a little smaller. Maybe 14 size. If it seems too quiet, by the way, guys, I do actually have, yeah, smaller indeed. I do actually have Spotify ready, so I can pull up some music that way. But otherwise, I'll obviously continue this way. I might shrink this a little more, make that more 28, I think. And then this one goes back down to Arial Bold. And we bring that to 24, should be good enough. Okay. Trying to pull up that reference again. This one might actually be even less thick, so it might not even be bold. It might just be regular. Yeah. Regular, a little bit smaller again. A little bit more spaced out. That's too spaced out, okay. So we'll remove one space each. Let's minimize this again. Yeah, I could probably do that. I'm gonna finish messing with— Whoa, what? How did your thing go that color? That's interesting. It's like you just walked out of one of the games I'm playing. It's like, do this or you die in 3 days. Oh, okay, Dragon. Okay. So, yeah. And now it's back to normal. That's bizarre, honestly. Isolation's definitely not quite downsized enough. Okay, so obviously I think it's just the position, really. We'll just shove this, that. There we go, that's better. So that's a lot more like that. Now obviously it still doesn't look quite the same. In fact, I think a couple of my letters might be a little... Yeah, they're a little off. Frick. Though that's probably a sizing issue. Yeah, I think my alien is a bit too big. It might be because you, yeah, it might be because you pinged me. So, alien might be too big, isolation might not be small enough, we'll find out. Or big enough, rather. Let's try 20. No, that's definitely not it. Let's bring that back down to 18. No! How many spaces do I got here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. Now let's try sizing up. Okay, let's now check alien. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's even. Scale this down by 1. Make that a little smaller as well. Back to 18 you go. We'll add a space again between each one. And I think we about got it. Okay. We are just going to try shrinking this down one font again. Haha! Alright, that's quite a lot closer. Okay. So we'll just nudge this guy a little more like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move Usagisquared back above. So we'll take those two, move them down, try and center them as best we can. Move this one up a little more. And we'll get Usagisquared way up there. Make that new. We do not want a new font thing. Make this 12 point. Arial, no. Arial regular, thank you. And okay, we have our fonts there. Now they're not going to be left like that. We're going to do some work on them. Because as you can see by the font here, it's oh. Or maybe not. I think that was just because I was looking at it too weird, so. They seem slightly fuzzy to me, somehow. But, there we go, that's a little better. They were just a little too bright, I guess. Okay. So. We have our font there. Now, we have all this space here still, so we can turn on the sketch layer. Sketch layer isn't quite right anymore, but we can, aside from getting rid of all that. Wrong layer. Take what remains and squash it. Now, if we do that, it might be a little cluttered with an empty space over here, is the issue. Unless, of course, there's some sort of symbol. Now, I think there actually is a symbol. It'll require some Google searching. I hope no one minds that too much. So we search alien isolation again. In Google Images, thanks. No! Images.google. Gosh. Gosh, Usagi! Okay, alien isolation. Icon, maybe? Okay, that didn't quite work. Or it did, maybe. That is about what the image is, so we have that. We can use something similar to that. And we can just shove that on the corner here, so... For now, we're just gonna sketch that there. So this is where we'll have our little logo. Image. And that should fill that space fine, so we can have our stream time thing here. Now I'm going to try it with both stream times, but after that we're obviously going to see how it looks with only one, and yeah. So let's not put my tablet pen in my mouth. Okay. So we have weekly, and monthly. And then beneath that, in slightly smaller font, oops, I need another space there. Okay, we'll just duplicate that one. Hello?
We didn't get milk. Too expensive at Shoppers.
Oh.
We're gonna get some tomorrow. We go out tomorrow.
Okay.
Long microwave.
I don't get milk, guys. I don't get milk.
Are you still screaming?
What do you mean still? It's not even 7.
Still screaming?
Do you hear this, man? The nerve. The nerve. Okay, so weekly stream, monthly stream. A weekly stream is obviously the time needs to be. We actually have milk in jugs here, actually. Milk in BC comes in jugs. So it was very interesting. I moved here and it was suddenly in jugs, and I just sort of stared at the grocery section like, I had a Ridley face, is what I had. I had a very Ridley face about it. It was quite alarming. Okay, so 6 to 8 p.m. PST is the time for the weekly streams. And then, of course, we duplicate that. Because it's actually the same, it's obviously the same for the monthly. No! However, it's Thursday. goes a little smaller. Let's go with a 16 point. And then monthly, the next one will be... We actually have to specify the date for this one. So, just to make sure I am correct, the first Saturday of December will be the 5th. Ooh! It's the day before my birthday! Well, that is neat. That is awesome, honestly. Well then. So December 5th. Huh. Now I might have to reschedule that depending, but I'll be giving a fair heads up and changing the frame, of course, if that is the case. So let's see what it looks like right now with both of those there. Let's see, just to make this look a little less... To make this look a little less unbalanced when it's going to be, or at least I'm going to attempt to balance it out. Let's briefly just bring this into a new layer. So that'll be over here. Make that a little wider. So that's what it looks like with both things so far. Now, I'm going to group the streams in their own little thing. So let's see, December, time, the stream, and the word monthly. So that is monthly stream. Then we have the weekly stream. So we can see how the weekly looks without that there. I might actually see how it looks a little smaller than that. So that's how it looks with only the weekly notice. Now, of course, another alternative, since I've moved that over, is that we don't even have that thing there, but instead try this. But that also feels a little cluttered. It's just a little too cramped, I think. So we'll try just moving this over. Moving these over. And turning this back on. And I think that might be the best for now. I'll probably just, as we come to the monthly stream, start leaving a little notice around on the offline, on main page, channel page, so we have that down. Well, let's bring this back down to 4. Now is the fun part. We get to draw the character in. So first we need a pose, and for that we of course, we're not going to look at that for now. We have Ridley here. Ripley. I've been saying Ridley the entire time. Amanda Ripley is our protagonist. And this is her uniform. It's a very nice uniform. I don't know what it looks like from the legs down. Oh well. I'll have to guess. I would imagine she's wearing boots. At least. Boots seem like the thing you would want to wear in this case. I think that's a key around her neck. Not sure. Anyway, so that's the uniform that she's got. So I don't think I'll actually be drawing the mascot with a weapon in this case. Let's make this a little more brighter red. Brighter red. Stand out. There we go. So we need head. We also need some white background so I can actually see. Okay, so now I think I'll mirror the look in the promo art there. Technically, both of those are promos, but the one with the helmet is the one that I'm pretty sure most are familiar with. So we'll move this head over. Get some ears in. I wonder. I could have these long hair things actually pulled back for once, but I'm not sure if I want to because you can't actually see that. Like, if it was all pulled back, theoretically, in a professional bun, you wouldn't actually see everything. It'd be all over here. So, might just leave it empty for now, and then see about sketching those in after. So. Let's get the eyes. Dramatic wind! Ah, if only! Yeah, unfortunately that wouldn't really work either because I'm pretty. Oh no, it is a ponytail. It is a ponytail. So it could be a dramatic wind. Ha ha ha. But in space, that's the real question here. Well, we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure it out because honestly, if I don't get at least a fair chunk of this done, I'll be rather alarmed at myself. The goal is flat colors, honestly, because I don't think it'll take. I highly doubt that this game will be done in a month. So basically, if we can get the flat colors in, it'll still look nice for the stream, and then after that we can do some values and maybe start on whatever comes next. So there is the face. We add another layer. Because the mascot has... Well, it's less the motion and more that there's... Yeah, it's less the motion and more that there is, no air. There's no air out there. We can't have dramatic wind because there's no wind. There's solar wind, but that's not quite the same thing. Anyways, the mascot wears glasses because I am supposed to wear glasses, but for some reason I fail to ever do so. But oh well. They're cute anyway. Cute glasses. And of course, her ears are all flattened back. I'm just sketching over the hair again here. Hair in the head. That's sweat there. Little sweat drops. So we have a floating head. What a lovely floating head. That's basically what is going on in these streams, clearly. I'm not sure. I think this game is largely based on hiding. I've been told that I'm going to feel very annoyed, or at least others have gotten very annoyed, but I'm not sure. I actually know very little about this game, aside from the fact that everyone was playing it. Dramatic anti-gravity hiding? Oh. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out. So, back on this layer here. And it is 7 o'clock, so before I actually start sketching the body, we have to cut and pause for the next part of the stream. We have been streaming for 40 minutes, of course, because we started rather late. We are going to be ending on time as well, but hey. Oh, the ponytail, right. We'll talk about that later. Until then, sit tight, refresh if it doesn't load right away. I will be right back.